Hello, welcome to a video where I act entitled and complain about first world problems, but it's okay because I'm aware of it. Today I pose the age-old question of why doesn't the developer of this thing give me the thing that I specifically want? And by that I mean, Toby Fox, please give me Susie merch! Now before I go into anything, I want to say that I love Toby Fox and appreciate all the work he does. And if I ever got married, I'd ask him to be my best man. Or the bride. So why won't Big Man Fox make merch of the best character in gaming? And no, I don't mean Newbert. He's had his fix. Well, according to this picture I found on Reddit, Toby Fox says, "Well, I wish I could explain more now, but when I consider everything, I don't think certain official merch, plushes, etc., of certain characters feels right for this game. These characters include Chris, Susie, and well." He didn't say anything about Birdly though. When I first tried to do the Joe voice for that, I ended up just sounding like freaking Neighbor from that one Hello Neighbor video. I wish I could explain more now. It's a replica of Andy's room from Toy Story. Anyways, the reasons he gives aren't exactly clear, but there's a few theories out there that explain it.
Super Mario in real life.
Okay, when I say that, I don't mean Sans Undertale is running around in New Mexico somewhere, even though I'd love for that to be true. The theory is basically Lightners are supposed to seem like real people, while Darkners are less so, and therefore get to have plushies. And while I think this theory is well and good, I do have a few problems with it. Unless this theory does turn out to be true, then I had no problems with it, and I thought this all along. My problem is that when people say Lightners don't get merch, they're forgetting about like 80% of the Lightners in this game that are from Undertale that have merch. Like, there's no Lightner rule wouldn't make a lot of sense when tutorial merch has been getting made for the last 10 years. It's not that Lightner characters don't get merch, it's the new Lightner characters don't get merch. And if you're not releasing merch of characters because you want them to seem more real, then why take them from a game that inherently has the fact that it is a video game baked into its DNA? Why make them monsters? Why not make them human people? This is not me slandering the great Toby Fox name, by the way. I love that guy. I just said I'd marry him like 2 minutes ago. It's just me pointing out some faults I see in this theory. But I do think it has some truths to it, and I will touch more on it later. Okay, something that is like really confusing me is that some of the Light World characters, like their Dark World versions, actually have merch? Kind of?
Honey, why is the baby on fire?
Buy me more jewelry!
Okay, so they really draw the line at weird places if this theory is true. Because this is, like, look at this. But no, this isn't Susie, this is Hero X. This is a completely different character. So that's why there's merch of that. That's not Susie, that's a drawing. That's a 2D drawing of Susie, so that's not actually her. And you know, if you really think about it, even though Rose is like a Darkner, right? But this isn't Rose, this is the Rose plush, right? From the game. So it's a plush of a plush in the game that's not actually Rose. Everyone always forgets the no Darkner rule. Okay, so I suppose this is like, it is fan made. That they're just selling on the Fangamer website. But the fact is they're still letting them put like Dark World Chris and Dark World Susie on the thing and then selling it. Cause you're not gonna find like the fan-made like Light World versions of any of the characters. It's all like the Dark World versions. So then they just like draw the line at plushes apparently, like official plushes, but you put them on anything else. So we got the Susie shirt and the Susie pin from the Dark World, I guess. Okay, well this is just really throwing in a whole wrench. I don't even... So throughout a lot of the game, there are moments where Rose sees himself as someone who isn't really real, or at least someone who's less real than the Lightners around him. He sees himself as a lot lesser. Like, he says that he got sad because he wanted to hang out with his friends, and then he said he was selfish for feeling sad. Well, and that's why you can buy merch with them, because it plays into Ralsei's idea that he and the rest of the Doctors aren't real people, that they are objects to be used. Objects like plushies. The Ralsei plush even shows up in-game, guys. It's telling us something, it's speaking to me. And maybe as the game goes on and Ralsei's ideas of the Doctors' place in the world changes, we'll maybe see them release merch of Lightner characters, sort of as a way to symbolize the changes in-game, that Ralsei sees them on equal footing. Ralsei gets therapy, yay! Maybe they'll just stop selling merch altogether, who knows? And I suppose maybe that's why Toby used Undertale characters. Undertale is a game all about how you control the world of fiction, how you can see these characters as more than just characters. Depending on how you play that game, you can see them as just NPCs put there by someone to gain XP, or you can see them as people. Deltarune tackles the same idea of fiction versus reality. These dark worlds and the people in them, although seemingly made up, are just as real as any other characters in the game. Everyone in the Dark World looks weird, but so do the people outside of them. Ralsei may see himself as lesser, as just an object, but to us the player who has experienced the same ideas surrounding fictional characters in Undertale, he's just as real to us as any of the Lightner characters. Still don't know why Chris's shirt is there though. What if Ralsei's Chris's shirt? Has anyone thought about this? Well, Toby Fox, I may not completely understand some of the decisions you make surrounding merchandise, but you have created a world that I absolutely adore. And even though I may be confused, I trust you. And you probably have a good reason as to why you do what you do. And if you ever do get around to making that Susie plush, you'll not only have my heart, but my wallet as well. Thanks for watching! Side note, but if you go to this part and you told Ralsei to keep smiling, you're a different breed of evil, bro.